Welcome back to RBP. It is me, warrior poet and New York Times bestselling author, your host Ross Bolen, here with the ever-gracious and capable Jared Borislow. J-Bone, how is my saucy little lad feeling today?
Extra saucy, extra wet, moist, just covered in sugary goodness.
Jesus, again. Bonk. I would like to start today's show with a correction. Speaking of bonks. My lovely mother actually got a breast reduction. That's my bad. And also what I get for bringing my mother's milkers into the show. Apologies all around.
That's like literally the polar opposite of what you actually said you had, which was an enlargement.
Yeah. I think I said large fake boobs. But also, that's just not the correct, nomenclature, dude. Regardless, they should never have been referred to as fake boobs. They're very much real.
Most people would say they should never have been referred to on the podcast at all.
True, but I mean all augmented breasts.
Yeah.
Which is how I wanted to start today's show, by discussing augmented breasts a little more in further detail. They should have never been referred to as fake boobs. That's just not...
They are still real boobs.
They're physically real. That was just terrible. The wrong adjective.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, because when you break your leg and they put like a plate and screws inside of your leg, you don't go, oh, that guy's got a fake leg now. Just because the inside changes doesn't mean the outside changes.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Jared. This episode of RBP is brought to you by Felix Gray, the greatest glasses company in the world. 5 years ago, Felix Gray realized our eyes weren't meant to look at screens all day and designed glasses to make daily screen time more comfortable and the workday more productive. Got a pair above my head. I have several pairs that I own. The Faraday frames, the Nash frames. My newest pair are the West. I've got a pair on my face every single night. I've been wearing glasses since I was 12 years old. These aren't just any glasses. They're special blue light glasses that protect your ojos from all the bad things that screens bring. Screens, Jared, we can't live without them, but they're burning our fucking eyes out day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. That's where Felix Gray comes in. Saves all of our lives.
I just put on my pair of Felix Grays if you're watching this on video, and these are actually, Ross, my sleep glasses.
You look like a member of the Beatles.
I do. These are my sleep glasses, so I actually might fall asleep sitting in this chair right now.
I need you to stay awake.
Okay, I'll take them off.
Jared. But they do make sleep glasses, which help you wind down at night and prepare your mind and your eyes for sleepy time.
What a lot of people don't know is that blue light at night, like when you're laying in bed and looking at your phone and just blasting your eyes with blue light when it's nighttime and there's literally like no other light in your room besides your phone, it's keeping you awake longer.
Yeah, and then it's damaging the quality of sleep that you're getting as well, even after you fall asleep, which is a shame. It's a real shame. There are a lot of blue light glasses on the market, but to lump them all together would be like lumping Honda Civics in with Teslas as cars. Most clear blue light lenses filter 2 to 3% of blue light from screens. Felix Gray, 15 times more.
That's quite a bit.
15 times more filtration. Go to FelixGrayGlasses.com/RBP. That's FelixGrayGlasses.com/RBP to shop glasses that work as hard as you do. Free shipping, free exchanges, 30-day money-back guarantee. FelixGrayGlasses.com/RBP. Again, I've got the Faraday, the Nash, and the West. Go look those up. Check them out.
When you wear the West, you look like Jerry West, the logo.
Thank you. That's what I've always wanted to hear.
You actually are the logo of this podcast, so people could start calling you the logo.
That is also technically true. And if got added to the list of my nicknames, I wouldn't be upset about that at all. Next segment, insane headline of the day. From the Daily Mail. Massachusetts mother of 3 reveals how she quit her job as a neonatal ICU nurse to join OnlyFans, where she makes up to $75,000 per month.
Per month. That is more money than I've ever made in a year in my life. And she makes that in a month.
On OnlyFans.
Okay.
But she was bullied out of her job.
Oh, what?
Yeah, as a neonatal ICU nurse. What's that called? NICU? A NICU nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
After her coworkers found first her Instagram, and they were like, yo, this is way too saucy. You gotta stop it. Stop being hot on Instagram. And she was like, okay. So she made an OnlyFans. And then she started making bank, and then a bunch of the chicks at the office found that and ratted her out. And they were like, you can either delete the page or get out. And she was like, this is an easy decision. $75,000 a month? I'm pretty sure that's slightly more than she was making.
Yeah, you got to think. That's I'm trying to think about how that even happens. Like, do you? I've never been to her page. Although I did recently tweet about OnlyFans this morning and about how I just made a great financial decision. Did you hear about this?
I didn't. Have I seen this? Have I heard about this?
Yeah. So I recently did an audit of my personal finances, right?
Okay.
And I made it now so that my monthly expenditures on OnlyFans is less than my monthly salary pre-tax. Not at the post-tax place yet, but still,
That's still a huge step.
still
Jared.
massive for me.
Good for you, man. Wow, massive strides.
So now OnlyFans is only slightly depleting my savings
That's awesome.
rather than massively. Just, oh my God.
So this chick is named Allie Ray, and she quit her job again after her coworkers found her OnlyFans. She spoke to the Daily Beast this week about how her boss at a Massachusetts hospital told her to delete it or leave. It turns out in her first month, she surpassed her monthly nursing income, but she obviously really liked the gig and was very upset to have to walk away from it. It was important to her on a personal level. She has also gone like full OnlyFans.
What does that mean?
Full P, I think,
Oh, okay.
with her hubby. I'm pretty sure they're like, it's a family OnlyFans account now.
That's interesting to think about because if your wife goes, hey, like, you quit your job now too and then have sex with me.
Well, it's just like that was never a possibility before, that like you could be dating somebody who has an OnlyFans and they could make it big accidentally and then be like, yo, should we just like make porn for the rest of our lives? Because like if we make $75K a month for a few years, we can just hang it up.
For something to me, like subscription-based porn doesn't even feel like porn. It just feels like another subscription service, you know? It's like, oh, HBO Max, Allie Ray's OnlyFans. Like, it's not like
You're
porn.
saying it shouldn't count in the category of pornography.
Yeah, I think if you have to pay, like...
It's just simply subscription entertainment.
Yes.
It's adult subscription entertainment, much like one might say HBO Max.
Or Disney Plus.
Is adult subscription entertainment. Or Disney Plus. Do you want to build a milking table?
My favorite scene from Dave season 1 is when the roommate, whatever his name is, ginger guy, Andrew in real life, don't know his name in the show.
I can't remember. His manager?
His manager,
Yeah,
yeah. When they have the barbecue and he puts the stuff on the table and it all falls through the middle. Dave season 1 is amazing. I highly recommend
watched
it.
Dave on Hulu, starring and about and focused on and written by
Close personal friend of mine.
Dave Bird, otherwise known as Lil Dicky, close personal friend of J-Bones, then you really should. It's very, very funny. Season 2 gets really disturbing, but I've been told after I not abandoned ship, but I like docked the ship back at the dock so that I could come back and hit it later, like go back out on the ocean. The seas were a little rough. I wasn't feeling the vibes. Needed things in my personal life to be a little more calm before I could inhale Dave season 2. But I'm almost back to that place again, and we will be further discussing it on Oysters, Clams, and Cockles, our TV and film podcast here at Bolen Media. You should subscribe to OCC, as we call it. The same way we refer to the Ross Bolen podcast as RBP, OCC is Oysters, Clams, and Cockles.
And new logo, by the way, for OCC.
We did get a new logo, also by Ricky Prosper, who did our RBP logo. Great dude.
And the Formula Bone logo.
And the Formula Bone logo.
And the Ross Reacts logo. He does all of our graphic
And
design.
some of the art you see behind me at different points, not today, but yeah, he's got some of the art in our studio, these shoes over here that are off camera.
Follow him at Ricky Prosper.
Indeed. Good dude. But $75K a month on OnlyFans is really nothing to shake your dick at. That's a lot of money. And I wonder what the line is for most people. If you knew you could go to OnlyFans and make X amount of money a month, but of course, everybody would find out eventually. Small world. Like that versus your everyday or your salary or whatever, your career, your normal life. What's the multiple before you say, okay, I have to consider this?
For me, it would be if I got to a point where if I lost half of that revenue, it was still 5 times more than my original salary.
You really had the formula ready to go.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I think this would take like millions of dollars for me, just because I know how like the price a lot of these people on OnlyFans are paying in the form of exposure to just the worst people on earth and their freaking messages. I don't think it's worth it. I just don't know if it's worth. It's just too toxic. It would take a ton of money, 7 figures.
You don't want the world to see your beautiful dick?
It's not that I don't want that. It's that. Yeah, it is that I don't want that.
Wow. Don't you always say that?
I want to keep that for me.
Let the world see your light. You always tell me that.
I do always say that to you. But that's you. And your beautiful dick.
I don't want another pretty face.
Exactly. OnlyFans.com/Formula Bone.
I want you in your beautiful dick.
That is the next step for Formula Bone, though. You know that, right?
Well, Formula Bone already has the penis joke built in.
Exactly. So the late night version of it on OnlyFans, that's where you're really going to make a killing.
Formula Bone After Dark.
After dark.
What's it going to be called?
After dark.
The Whiteout.
Jared, it's summertime.
It is.
It's hot as balls. And your balls need a safe space to spend these scorching months. Enter our sponsor, Birddogs. Birddogs.
Wearing them right now.
Jared's got some on right now. They're the most comfortable shorts in the world. They've got built-in underwear, making laundry a little bit smaller, a little bit lesser, a little bit easier for you. Also, you're just a little bit more comfortable.
Oh,
One less thing to worry about, Jared.
Ross looks really uncomfortable right now, and I'm over here just lounging.
Look at me. What an idiot. Wearing non-Birddogs pants today. What a mistake. They also make pants for golf, for life, for love, for swimming. If you want to be like J-Bone and I, if you want me to be honest, the reason I'm not wearing Birddogs pants right now is because I only wear them when I'm swimming.
It makes sense.
Swimming all 2021 in Birddogs pants. Join the revolution, baby. Birddogs, they're comfortable shorts with built-in underwear. Even their pants have underwear built in. Nobody will know, though. They look so nice. You're just cheating the system, winning at life. What's more, Jared, do you remember when you were a little kid and you'd order a fast food or have a cereal? You'd finish the box. There'd be a toy. You'd have a toy with your purchase. Birddogs.com. Use the code RBP when you check out, and guess what? You're getting an awesome toy with your order. Right now, it's a whistling football. You can throw it on the beach. You could hit your cousin with it. Whatever. I don't know. Throw it in the backyard if you want.
You can go into the kitchen and cut it up and saute it and have a nice whistling football for dinner.
You could, technically. Birddogs.com, although they do not recommend that. Code RBP. And the whistling football is free with your order of the most comfortable shorts or pants with built-in underwear in the world. Free whistling football. Birddogs.com. Code RBP. And now it's time for Guess That Formula One Team.
Thank you, Ross.
Back to you, Jared.
As you all know by now, Ross knows absolutely nothing about Formula One. Correct?
I still haven't watched the show. What's it called?
Drive to Survive.
Right. The thing that sucked millions and millions of you into the F1 world, including Jared. I'm putting it off, and almost on purpose at this point, because I kind of like being the ignorant boob that you get to educate about all things Formula One.
Yes. It's
when
very
it comes
nice.
down to it. Yeah. Today, much like you previously educated me on some of the drivers, you've sent me pictures of what?
Formula One teams, Ross. So, by the way, the TikTok...
The people on the team?
No. The name of the actual team. You know, like, oh, you have in football, you got the Steelers and you got the Patriots.
So am I going to have the logo or the name?
You have the logo.
Okay, so
And
you've sent me the logo
yes.
of several teams to
So,
answer
Ross,
my own question since you failed so spectacularly.
By the way, the TikTok of Ross failing to guess 4 famous Formula One drivers' names.
Well, I wouldn't say failing. Who on earth would have succeeded there? I'm not a savant.
Well, you failed, and you now have over 615,000 views on TikTok.
Shit.
Of you failing. So, Ross, now it is time.
Great.
Yes. It's time for Ross to guess Formula One team names based on their logo and another very short bio.
Okay,
Right.
so I do get some level of explanation here.
I gave you a short bio.
Short bio. Fair enough.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Team 1
Team 1. All right, I'm looking at it here.
is in their first year as a Formula One team and used to be called Renault F1 team.
This is the Avengers.
The Avengers.
I'm quite certain of it.
This is Alpine. They are French. Not Alpine. It's spelled Alpine, but it's said Alpine.
Alpine. Have they been sued by Nike yet?
Why?
They just stuck a little check mark in there. We know how Nike likes to do anybody who comes close to the check mark.
Team 2 is the only American F1 team, and, on a related note, is also the worst F1 team.
Halitosis.
They do stink. They do stink.
That is a big H, is it not?
It is a large H.
Bonk.
The answer there is Haas. Haas. H-A-A-S. Haas.
I'm a big Haas fan.
Yeah, they're you would
Say
you would like their managing director, Gunther Steiner. He's this hilarious like Italian dude.
They're what?
Their managing director, like their team, the leader of the team. You're the managing director of Bolen Media.
Is that what a coach is? Instead of a coach, there's a managing director?
You could say that.
Okay.
It's kind of like the coach of the drivers.
Cool.
But he also manages the car creation and car design and, strategy.
Is there...
What strategy is
There,
coach?
Haas's managing director should be someone named Lars. And I am Lars.
You know what? We're going to have to do managing directors at some point.
Yep. That's up next.
What's up next?
On the old docket.
Team 3
Team 3.
is known for their bright red cars and has the most physically attractive driving duo in Formula One history.
This is clearly Ferrari. That is the Ferrari symbol.
You got one right. He actually got one right.
Well, I know some stuff about cars. That's if I got this one wrong, I'd have to go take myself out back and spank my own tight little ass. It's a beautiful, historic logo that they have.
Wow. I'm actually shocked.
I think Ferrari honestly might be one of the ones that they show you if you go to like mass communication school in college, when they're teaching you about logos and they're like McDonald's, Walmart, Ferrari, and I don't know why. It's like
Now here's
the
a
trashiest two companies we have, and then poor Ferrari.
Here's what you need to guess though. If you look at the logo, it says SF. What does the S stand for?
San Francisco. Sally Fernando. Sigmund Freud. What does it stand for?
Scuderia Ferrari. It's like Italian for a racing team. Ferrari racing team. Scuderia.
Scuderia is a racing team?
Yeah, people are saying Scuderia Bone Zone is going to happen at some point.
Wow. That is the ultimate dream, to get the Bone Zone logo or the Formula Bone logo on the side of an actual F1 car.
Mm-hmm. Shouts to Graham. Ross, Team 4.
Team 4.
The final team here.
What the fuck is that?
Team 4 is based in England and has an American CEO.
ASICS. That's the ASICS logo. I have a pair of shoes with that on there. What? It also looks like a sonic boom.
ASICS does not have a Formula One team.
You sure? Because, okay, what is this? Who is this?
McLaren.
That's McLaren.
Yeah.
They didn't feel like an M, any kind of M would have been more representative of what they had going, huh?
You thought? I mean, ASICS, known for their fast-running shoes, has a Formula One team?
I don't know, Jared. You never know these days. Dude, have you ever seen like the logos on the NBA jerseys, the sponsors they have for the NBA? It's the most random shit in the world. You never know.
Do they have sponsors on NBA jerseys now?
Yeah, they just recently started the last couple years.
They're starting that with NHL starting in 2022.
It's a great way to make more money. I don't know.
Yeah. Why else would they do it? For the design? For the appeal of how it looks?
It looks so bad. It looks so
terrible.
Soccer jerseys, it looks kind of tight. Soccer found a way early on, or football found a way early on to make that not classless looking. I don't know what it is, but that fucking patch on an NBA jersey, it's like the Lakers historic jersey and then like Exxon, and I'm just like, what the fuck? But most of the time it's like an overseas, like a Japanese or a Chinese company, and I'm just like, I don't even know what the fuck is happening here.
Yeah, you got like teams winning the championship and it's like Dr. Scholl's.
Yes.
What the fuck?
But just right there. And they only, each team has one. So it's just like, I don't know. Where do we go from there? Next is one on the back?
Instead of the player's last name, it should just be another logo.
Because soccer, that's just crazy. It's everywhere. It's like the NASCARs.
I have a Swedish league jersey that I got when I went to Göteborg in southern Sweden.
Swedes.
Say Gais jersey. If you know anything about the Allsvenskan, Gais. Very
Haas.
middle of the table team.
Franz.
My Gais jersey,
Mm-hmm.
I think it has like 15 different advertisements on it.
I make a very disturbing sound when I sleep. Do not be alarmed. I have a deviated septum.
Is that?
All is well. It's from Heavyweights.
Oh,
It's a great movie.
I was gonna guess Mugatu.
Great movie. You've seen Dodgeball?
Yes.
Ben Stiller's character in Dodgeball originated from Heavyweights.
They should-
Well-known Hollywood fact,
Are they in the same cinematic universe?
which you'd know if you listen to Oysters, Clams, and Cockles. They are not in the same cinematic universe, I'm sad to say.
Are you
Although I am quite certain you can watch Heavyweights on Disney+.
But how do you know that what's his name? Les Goodman?
That's what?
Who's that from?
Les Goodman is the character I think that Tom Cruise plays in
Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder, if I'm not mistaken.
His name is Les Goodman. It kind of gives you an insight into what his character's like.
Saul Goodman from Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad. Where are you going with this, Jared?
It's all good, man.
It is all good. I did well, I think.
You got 1 out of 4, and the other ones you had kind of good reasoning for, like A6.
I'm honestly a little offended about how shocked you were that I guessed Ferrari. You couldn't see his face if you're just listening, but he had a shocked face. He was like, wow, the moron actually did it. That was the face he made. And it's the Ferrari logo. Like, if you put the Ford logo up there, I'm not going to miss that.
What's the Ford logo look like?
It's a horse bucking onto Gerald Ford's gravestone with a bolt of lightning in the background and an American eagle caw-ing in the distance.
Somebody designed that for us, Ricky?
That's
maybe?
what the logo should be. They'd be crushing it if that was their logo.
Yeah, also, Gerald Ford, I don't think he had anything to do with Ford Motor Company.
What a pussy. Jared, one of the ways I try to stay grounded... Can you go straight from calling Gerald Ford a pussy into an ad read?
Yes.
Is that fair? Today's episode is brought to you by Headspace. If you have 10 minutes, Headspace can change your life. They really already have, technically, having brought you today's episode. Headspace, your daily dose of mindfulness in the form of guided meditations in an easy-to-use app. Jared and I have harped repeatedly on how useful meditation has been for both of us, especially through 2020 and 2021, where life has been pretty challenging. Headspace is one of the only meditation apps advancing the field of mindfulness and meditation through clinically validated research. So whatever the situation, Headspace really can help you feel better. If you're overwhelmed, they have a 3-minute SOS meditation for you. If you need help falling asleep, they have wind-down sessions their members swear by. And for parents, Headspace has these awesome morning meditations you can do with your kids to start the day on a good note. And their approach to mindfulness can reduce stress, improve sleep, boost focus, and increase your overall sense of well-being. Headspace is backed by 25 published studies on its benefits with 600,000 5-star reviews and over 60 million downloads. If you've been looking for a way to get your meditation ritual started today, Headspace is the answer. You deserve to feel happier. Headspace is meditation made simple. Go to headspace.com/Ross. Support the pod. Support yourself. That's headspace.com/Ross for a free 1-month trial. It's free for a month, Jared.
It's like that Dua Lipa song. I'm meditating. You can be like Dua Lipa. I think she says that.
For a month, for free.
Wow. Be like Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
Meditate.
I don't know if we can say that legally. We're just joking, though. It's satire.
Yeah, it's satire. I don't know if she uses the app, but she should.
She should. Headspace.com/Ross. Free 1-month trial with access to Headspace's full library of meditations for every situation. The best deal offered right now. Headspace.com/Ross. Go right now.
Immediately.
Support the pod. Support yourself. Do it. Jared, I was in the shower last night, and I was thinking about how for probably 25 years now, I have taken a shower and done the exact same things in the exact same order. The only change in that ritual at any point was in college when I was dating this one chick, and one day she was brushing her teeth in the shower, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? And she was like, I'm brushing my teeth in the shower. This is the best place in the world to brush your teeth.
Is this just a way so you can brag that you've been around naked chicks before?
No, but she was like, the cleanup is just non-existent. It's the easiest way to brush your teeth. That's the only time it shifted because I brushed my teeth in the shower, and I've started doing that pretty consistently ever since. In fact, I'll get to when in my exact routine I do brush my teeth in a moment. But the ritual has never changed, and it just made me curious, like, if anybody else's is even similar to mine. Do people not have consistent shower rituals? Do they always change up the order in which they do things? Because mine is always, without fail, number one, shampoo. And this is if I've been mudding in my truck, which is not a thing I do. Hiking in the woods is a thing I do. Or like, attending an orgy or whatever it may be, Jared. Doesn't matter. I do these things in this order. 1, shampoo. Shampoo first, no matter what. 2, conditioner. And while the conditioner is in for 2 to 3 minutes, I brush my teeth using, of course, my Quip toothbrush, who's not a sponsor today, but is a long-standing supporter of RBP. I brush my teeth with the conditioner in. It serves as both. I always forget how much time has passed in the shower. I can't tell what's going on. I'm not great with that. So if I just put conditioner in and I don't have something to help me with the timing, it could only be 10 seconds. It could not be long enough. I want my hair to be conditioned. So I brush my teeth at the same time. 2 birds with 1 stone. And as soon as the teeth brushing is done, I wash the conditioner out, and then I wash my face with face wash. Face wash.
Face wash.
I use the face wash on my face. And then, after I'm done with the face, I go body wash. And with the body wash, there's a specific order to that too. It's top to bottom, like neck, shoulders, then chest, arms, pits, stomach, then balls and dick, legs and feet.
You could have just said head, shoulders, knees, and toes, but thank you for letting us know that you wash your penis.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness. So that's the order I do every single time I take a shower. And as soon as I'm done with the feet, I hit the thing, the water's off, I dry off. I'm very efficient. For the amount of stuff I do, I think I'm quick now. I used to be a slow shower guy. These are hard words to say. And my brother is still one of the slowest shower takers in the world. Just to throw him under the bus for something today. Because he's behind me in a picture.
Yes.
Say what's up to Sam if you're watching the video.
Hi, Sam. And this is not the listener we have whose name is also Sam Bolen.
Yeah, that is always confusing on. He'll like DM me on Instagram every once in a while, and I'm like, ooh, my brother. And then it's just this random guy. No offense to you, Sam. Other Sam.
Thanks for being here, Sam. It's just really confusing.
Yeah, I love you. It's just like,
message us.
Yeah. Sometimes I think you're my brother and you're not.
I have like a somewhat similar but a little bit different shower routine to you, Ross.
Okay.
The first thing I do is I do a headstand to get a bunch of water into my asshole. It's a free colonic.
This is how Blippy showers as well.
It's a free colonic, so it's like you can turn your shower, save the $500 you normally spend on your monthly colonic, completely save it and put that money towards cryptocurrency.
If you use the number 2 before you shower, do you wipe or do you just do your handstand and let God do the rest? Because I want to tell you, I hope it's the former.
I believe in God, Ross.
Damn. I fear God, homie.
Next up is a showering secret the hygiene companies don't want you to know about. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I use shampoo on my body and body wash in my hair because there's actually more hair on the rest of your body combined than there is on the top of your head.
Are you still upside down for this or you return to a normal stance?
Great question. I return to a normal stance so I don't slip.
Thank you.
Thoughts on that logic? It's kind of solid.
It's fairly disturbing, and I'm certain that your eyes are unhappy with your decision to wash your hair with body wash.
What's body
So
wash?
your hair follicles.
Tell me right now, what's the difference between body wash and shampoo?
Off the top,
Yeah.
it really depends on what company you're dealing with. I don't know.
They're the same thing. Come on.
Soap is what you're saying? That's your argument? You're a soap is soap boy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to take all the good shampoo out of your office shower that you have here at Bolen Media, where we provide all of our employees so far with full beds and shower facilities during their jobs.
Yep, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the next employee. There's not any more room for another one.
We are out of showers and beds for now. I should be upfront about that. But we have provided every employee thus far with a full bedroom, office, and shower.
We could put one of those sheds out back and just have like an outdoor shower and a bed, put a bed in there.
True. We also have a full gymnasium. The Ross Fit Gym is quite sexual.
I wouldn't call it a gymnasium.
It's a full gymnasium. It was brought to you by 10,000, one of our sponsors, who's not a sponsor today, so I won't say anything else. But, yeah.
I think a gymnasium implies like a standalone building. This is your garage.
Imply what you will, Jared. It's a full gymnasium for every single one of our employees so far. We're crushing it.
So I then scrub my scalp with body wash until it bleeds.
We are also all white so far.
We are.
Which is problematic.
It is. But yeah.
Back to you, Jared. Back to you, Jared.
I scrub my scalp with body wash until it bleeds because that's how I know it works.
Okay.
That's why I know I'm getting all the way down to the follicle level, right?
Okay.
And then
You're like Tobias from Arrested Development.
yeah. Well, and then I do another headstand to get a bunch of water into my asshole, but this time it's just for me.
Just because you like the way it feels.
I just like like the first time it's like I'm getting down to business, but like I kind of enjoy it, and the next time it's just like okay, pure enjoyment here.
You're like, okay, I missed the tickle.
Yeah, I did. I tickle. I do. And then last but not least, I roll around on my bedroom carpet to dry off like a dog.
No towel.
No, it's like imagine there's a fire. That's
Like
how.
stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, it's like I picture there's a fire in my closet.
Do you scream while you do it?
Yes. I've been evicted 3 times. now.
Honey, he's doing it again. The apartment below you is just fucking do. Every night at 9:30 p.m. they hear the same thing. A dude just rolling around on the ground screaming, you drying off.
You got to do what you got to do, Ross. It's a routine, okay?
Do you?
Yes.
Have to do what you have to do? Do you?
I have to do what I have to do, and you have to do what you have to do. We're different people, Ross. Respect me.
If you were me, then I'd be you, and I'd use your body to get to the top. You can't stop me no matter who you are.
If you were me, then I'd be you, and I'd have a beautiful dick.
Jesus Christ. Always with my penis.
I don't want another prince. What if I made an entire cover of Beautiful Soul by Jesse McCartney, and it was called Beautiful Dick?
You have to put it on patreon.com/Ross Bolen podcast. Only for supporters of the show, where we drop an ad-free, exclusive, brand new, all new content Friday episode every Friday. Jared and I so ahead of the curve that even though he is vacationing this Friday, we still have the episode prepared. We recorded it already, and it's hilarious. I can't wait for y'all to hear it. We got more hotline calls.
It's our longest one in a while. It's like
it's almost an hour and a
15.
half.
Yeah.
And as promised, hotline calls from 888-WR Bolen are being featured almost exclusively on Patreon now. You'll notice there were no hotline calls today, for example. If you're like, I missed the hotline calls. Well, you know where you get them? Patreon.com/Ross Bolen podcast. New episode dropping this Friday, as is the case every Friday. Ad-free, brought to you by you, our supporters who keep us in business here at Bolen Media and give us the opportunity to grow this company from more than just Jared and I to a place where hopefully one day we can be at less than 100% shower providing for our employees.
Yes. Like, if you just listen to this episode, you're like, boom, episode 424, down. Look how good I am. I listened to 424 episodes of RBP.
Wow, that was so fun. I wish I had more.
But if you've never been on Patreon, you have like 100 more episodes. You're like, you're like not even a fifth of the way through.
You get the full backlog, like right when you sign up. So go to patreon.com/Ross Bolen podcast right now. Support the show, support the company, get yourself a shit ton of backlog episodes and columns and all manner of things, depending on which tier you join.
Yes.
And also look forward to that Friday ad-free episode dropping soon. Birthday shouts to Becca. Happy birthday to Becca. Thank you for supporting on Patreon and shitting yourself to get out of speeding tickets. Becca was one of our callers on one of the most recent episodes. It might be the upcoming Friday episode. I can't recall. What up, Dennis? Happy birthday, Logan Petty. Thanks for the support. Happy belated to Paris from Carter with a K. And the belatedness is actually my fault, not his, just to be clear. I don't want her to be like, wow, this dude's an asshole. 3 weeks since my birthday. He tells
Like, he
this
clearly
random podcaster to tell me happy birthday and thinks this is going to fucking be touching. So sorry about that, Carter.
Yeah. You mentioned this earlier. If people want to see us grow and hire employees and Bolen Media
Go to the moon,
bigger,
all that good stuff.
and they're not on Patreon, then
Yeah.
they actually don't want that. Because if they wanted that, then they'd be supporting us on Patreon.
Yeah, if you've ever thought to yourself, wow, I really want Jared and Ross to win, and you're not on Patreon, then you're lying to yourself. What you really want is for us to lose, and you're rooting for our death and demise, and we can't stand for that. This aggression will not stand,
Yes.
man.
Every day, we get DMs on RBP and on our personal accounts from listeners, and what I do is I respond to everybody, right? But I look at their name, and I go and I compare it to the current active patron list, and if it's not on there, I flick off my phone screen before I respond to them. I'm still nice to them,
Right.
But I just like
Just for the
shooting
vibes.
the bird, yeah.
It's the principle of it, of course. Yeah.
So if you don't want me to flick you off and you DM me, you should probably get on Patreon.
Get on patreon.com/Ross Bolen podcast today, where Jared and I will return this Friday, as we do every Friday, with an ad-free exclusive episode for our supporters there on Patreon. Thank you to everyone who was there already. Thank you to everybody for listening today. Tell your friends and family about the show this weekend. Share the show. Help us grow. Word of mouth is the number one way we can achieve that. So if you enjoy RBP, what we do here, if you enjoy all the different social media you see coming from us with Formula Bone and Ross Reacts, and if you like oysters, clams, and cockles, and you want more RBP in exchange for supporting, go to Patreon today. Tell people about the show. Help us do our thing and grow. Thank you again. Have a great rest of the week. Enjoy the Friday episode. Jared and I will be back next week as well, right here on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, etc., etc. Holler at us on social media, at Jared Borislow everywhere, at Ross, at WR Bolen everywhere, except TikTok, where I'm switching it up. It's not to be talked about today. It's neither here nor there. And of course, OnlyFans, which will be dropping soon for me as well. With just feet pics for me, though. Remember? Just feet pics for people who like hobbit feet.
No
Until
pee.
next time.
No pee.
Peace be with you.